Hello, hello, hello. I'm Pamela Chase, and welcome to Let's Get Hooked. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to work on another mesh stitch. We've been doing mesh stitches lately, and we're going to work on those. Hello, lovely assets. How are you doing? Um, on this one, this is the offset mesh stitch. You can see it's not even; it's uneven stitch. I don't have with me the regular one, but the regular one lines up. This one doesn't. So hence the word offset. How are you? This one is the small crochet mesh stitch. Today we'll be doing the wide mesh stitch. Now with this one, it won't need blocking. Hello, eclectic goods. How are you? It won't need blocking. But with the one we're going to do today, which is the wide one, it would tend to pucker. So it will need to be blocked. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to chain. Great. We're going to chain an uneven number of chains. You're going to do a chain, uh, slip chain. Okay. And we're going to do about 11 chains. Yeah, hey, girl. Yeah, it has been a while. Now, there are two ways of starting off doing the foundation. One way you can do a single crochet across, then start with the stitch, or you can just go right into the stitch, which is like this one. But this one we're going to do a single crochet across, and in the second chain from the hook, you're going to do a single crochet. I'm using a bigger hook today, so it should be more clear to see. But when you use a bigger hook, make sure your tension is good, so you can put your hook in your chain. And I tend to do tight chains. So it's getting a little hot. It's kind of hot today. I may open the door a little bit, but someone's cutting grass, so I had to close the door. And I'm hoping maybe they're finished now. I don't hear it. So let me open the door. Let the natural lights in. Okay, that's better. Okay. So soon I'll be outside. Okay, it's hot here, and I know tomorrow it's going to be in the 90s. So it's going to be a hot one. And it may be in the 90s today too. Let me check. It's 88 right now. Phew. And I'm not really that great with heat. I see the wind stirring a little bit, so maybe it's Maybe it's okay. So you do an odd number of chains. And you're gonna do the stitches. Okay. Now we're gonna do is we're gonna chain 3 and turn. Hello, loop de leaves crochet. How are you today? Happy Friday. So 1, 2, 3. We turn, skip the first stitch in your foundation, and slip stitch in the next stitch. So a lot of them, I've noticed either you slip stitch or you do a single crochet stitch or double crochet stitch. It depends on how you want to do it. But some of the mesh stitches are single crochet. Slip stitch. This is one that's a slip stitch one. It's just it's a lot of different ways of doing it. So you chain 3, and with the chain with the small one that we did on Wednesday, you chain 2 and skip. So you skip 1, then you slip stitch in the next one. The slip stitch is the opposite. It's you do it like you do a single crochet stitch, but you just don't do a stitch. You just pull it all the way through. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and with this one, it may pucker, and if it puckers, then that means that you will have to block it. And I didn't realize that. Just like with the cover up I'm making, it's kind of puckery, so I may have to block that. Okay, it's been hot here, 80s and 90s. Wow. And the eclectic says 90s yesterday, 50s for the weekend. Oh, I love that. It's going to be in the 90s tomorrow. And I have to be out. I may be out in it, but if I can help it, I'll be inside. I was turning my air conditioner on. I'm like, I don't want to get started with that yet. So, because it was just hot. Skip 1, single crochet. So the difference between the small one and the wide one is the chains that you do in between. One is 2 chains, one is 3 chains. 2, 3, and then you put one in the last one. In the turning chain, you'll do your last one. Okay, do that, and that's it. So now you chain 3 and turn. Next week, what we're going to do is a diamond mesh stitch, but we'll do that next week. 2 and 3, turn. So now in each space, you're going to do you're going to do a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to do a slip stitch here. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch. I keep I keep on doing the single crochet. Don't do that. You gotta do the slip stitch. So in the next space, you're going. I don't know why I continue to do the single crochet. That's what we're supposed to do. Okay. But it's so easy to mix them up. One, two, three. Okay. One, two, three. And these are good for things for the summer. You can do pants, shorts, skirts, wraps, tops. Anything that you want with that you want open, you can do it with this stitch. This and the fillet. So we're gonna do the fillet soon too. And that one's gonna be our next. It's gonna be a actual project because there's more to it than the mesh stitch. And the fillet sometimes is confused with the mesh stitch also. But you can do things in a block manner. You can do letters and such. So chain 3. And then turning chain, you're going to do another slip stitch. And then you can continue to do that. And I got this pattern from Mama in a Stitch. So sometimes things I go by memory, some things I may go to others who do this. Because some things are set in stone, some things aren't. So 1, 2, and 3, and turn. And you just continue to go into the spaces. And why I keep doing these single crochet. And knowing I don't care for that stitch that much. Okay, there you go. 2 and 3. Feel free to like, share, follow, subscribe, comment depending on which format you're on. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Chain 3, 2, and 3. And that's right. And see, you'll see it more because I guess because I'm using a looser, a bigger hook, so you can see the spaces. Opposed to when I did the small one, I'll probably redo this one so I can compare it to the wide one. See, I used the smaller hook, so now it's pronounced. 2, 3. And in the turning chain, you want to do a slip stitch. Okay. Chain 3 and turn. And then you just keep doing the same thing. Hello, Coleman. How are you? And turn. And then you do the same thing over and over. Okay, so 2, 3. One, two, three. See how it's coming along? One, two, three. Okay. One, two, three. And naturally creating, how are you? And then you go into the turning chain and you do a slip stitch. I'm doing good. One, two, and three. Turn. Two, three. One, two, three. And this will be the last row. Chain 3. Now I don't see a pucker, so I should be okay. And it probably depends on what you're doing, what kind of hook you're doing, your tension and all that. Because if it puckers, then you need to have it blocked. 2, 3, and there you go. Okay, and here is how it goes. And so for the one we did on Wednesday, which was the small one, I'm going to redo it using the same hook so you can see if there is a difference. Okay. Let's see. That should be okay. But this is how that looks. Which one do you prefer? We haven't done all of them yet because there is a diamond one and there's a few other ones too. So we haven't done all of them. So we're going to finish those, doing the mesh ones. Then we're going to get into the fillet stitches. And let me show you what is my progress on what I've been doing for the past month or so. And it's just so different. Now I did the sleeves and did one panel. But see, it's puckering, so it's probably gonna have to be blocked. And this is how it is. You have to fillet in here. And then now I'm doing the neckline. And when I do the neckline, I have to do a foundation double crochet stitch. Now that's the challenge. And it has to be like 100 and something. So that stitch is something I don't normally do. So it's taking a little longer to do that than just doing the chains and then doing the double crochet. So I'm doing because you gotta make sure it's even and straight. But this is the neckline of it. So I'm seeing a clear view now of this. So I'm thankful that it may right before June this will be completed. So this is a cover up that I've been working on. I'm just trying to do different things. And I'm trying to do more with mesh now. Let's see how it's puckering. I'm going to have to do something with that. Hello, Destiny T-shirts. How are you? That's what I've been working on for a while. So you'll probably see this again, and hopefully you'll have more progress. And what yarn I used was it's a not lime brand. It's a Premier yarn. It's a cotton fair, which is a mixture. Hello, a small fancy design crochet. How are you doing? And it's a cotton and acrylic yarn, so it has a different feel to it. And this is what I'm using for this project. I got one more ball of yarn, and hopefully that will finish it. But I may have to go get some more. Um, then I was on to another project. So that's what I am working on for the weekend and such. And if I'm inside from the heat, I sure will be working on that. So what we have going on is we have our willing hands. Make sure we don't have a meeting tomorrow or not. That's going to be played by ear. We may have to reschedule to different times. So we're looking at different times to do it. Don't want to stop it. So we're going to have a different time to do it. And Willing Hands is our group that we get together and crochet. And we also donate things to charitable organizations. If anybody wants to join us, then they can just give us their email address and you can join us. I mean, you don't have to know how to crochet to join us. You can, we accept items. We also accept knitted items too. We don't discriminate. We just are mainly crocheters in the group, but we do accept those too. I've even one year accepted somebody that made felted hats, and so so we're doing that. So if you want to join us, just send your email and we'll send you the information. Okay, small fancy designs. This is the first panel that I'm working on, and this is it. And it's the sleeve, and then it's the neckline right here. But it's a cover up. So I'm getting to the point now where at one time I was just making things that I knew how to make and just going and just continue to do that. But now I'm trying to venture into making other things, stretching myself. So that's that. So talked about willing hands. Um, what else? So anybody wants to learn how to crochet, just let us know and we'll teach you. If you want to go from step one in the beginning stages, just let us know. We'll be glad to teach you. We also teach sometimes in our willing hands meeting also. But if you want individual teaching, just let me know. Send an email or a comment. Let me know that you would like to do that. Also, we are very adamant about teaching and educating and what's why do you crochet or why should you crochet? Why should you learn how to crochet? So we're going to start some discussions on Clubhouse under the Crochet for Profit group on Clubhouse. So make sure you go into the Crochet for Profit group and sign up. Not sign up, but just I guess you follow or I'm not sure about the Clubhouse terminology. But go in there and join. So go in Clubhouse and join the crochet. I think it's Crochet for Profit group, I believe. And do that, and then we'll let you know when we're going to start the having the discussions. And then also with the discussions, we may have some other things, interactive things to do to help your crocheting, maybe things dealing with helping you with your with yourself. I mean, with your some of us deal with things with our arms, our hands, our shoulders. Thank you, Eclectic. I was hoping somebody would do that. That was on here. So crochet for profit. Um, so and we're gonna do those kind of things and have in-house have people come on maybe and talk about different things to it. Also talk about what you do, and because it's gonna be very interactive and very much people getting together discussing that and why and the reasons why people should do things. I mean, um, crafts period, but this mostly is we crochet. Maybe some knitting too. I'm not sure, but that's what we're going to be doing. So look out for that. The willing hands, that classes, and also I'm just starting to make items now. I took a break from making items, so as I said earlier. So now I'm making more things. So I want to do things for the summer and just do more because I had started doing clothing a couple of years ago. I was like bikini tops and things, and I'm not going to do no clothing, but I'm getting back into doing clothing and things like that. So that's what we have planned right now. That's our news right now. Things that we're going to do. There's more things coming, and we'll let you know as we go along what other things that Hooked for You and Willing Hands has going on. We're not sure if, because normally with Willing Hands we participate in the Race for the Cure in DC, but I haven't gotten in contact with them yet. So I'll check with them to see if they're going to do one of 2 years they didn't have, you know, in person things with the race. So hopefully they will be doing it this year, and then we can do that. And what we do is we give out hats at the event. But if there are other things you may think of that we can do also and give out, and you want to donate certain things, feel free to do that. Okay. I think that's it. If anybody has any questions or any comments about anything that's going on, we are just trying to do some things, and that's what we're doing. Sometimes you may find me on TikTok. You may find me on other channels and platforms at other times. I'm sometimes just popping into different things and doing it. And you may not know what I may be doing on that. I was on TikTok last night, still trying to navigate and stuff. I didn't know that I thought the summit ended yesterday. Hmm. I didn't get an email. That's why I didn't think that thought that didn't end it yesterday. Unless there's some other things that I didn't know about. But I still have some catching up to do because I still have the ones for yesterday to look at. And how have you like extra stuff today? Is that for people that have paid money and stuff? People that or is it for anybody? There was some great the summit. It was a crochet summit going on this week, and it has some really good information on it. Took a lot from it. Okay, I'm looking at it now. Um, so I guess I'll be looking at some of this hopefully tomorrow if it's still doing it the same way they did the other ones. The only session that we pay will be those taking place after 12:45 MDT. Okay, So I shall see. Click on the bottom of schedule page. I think today is for those who paid for the power pack. Some was great, lots of information, yes. Oh, there's Zoom meetings today. Okay. Okay. I think today I'm just gonna um yeah, I'm not gonna do those. I'm gonna because I didn't get the pack. So I'm going to today is the day I'm gonna catch up on yesterday's. Okay. Yeah, they had some really great ones. And what I did was because going from last year, because I did it last year too. And I think last year I just kept trying to look at everything. I was trying to do everything, and I just got behind in so many things. I ended up screenshotting stuff for later on because I'm trying to taking notes and things. And there's some things that I still have on a screenshot from last year. So I said I'm not going to do that this year. So what I did was I picked out the ones that applied to me. There were certain things that were interest in my business, and those things I focused on. You know, I knew that there were certain things I don't do. I don't write patterns, so I didn't do the ones for patterns. Yeah, yeah. And see, by me not buying the pack, I have to look at it by a certain time that next day, and I just take notes and I screenshot stuff. So it was one that was last year. I think it was a TikTok one, and I didn't get to do anything with it. So I just screenshot everything on that one, and I still see it sometimes. I still have to go through and just write the notes down. But that was a real good one too. Because I started out the first day, I was good. Did everyone right after each other, and I was fine. But that next day, I got a little behind in it. Then one day, it didn't have a lot of things that were for me. So I think it was maybe one on maybe yesterday. It was just one that was of interest to me that applied to me. So I did that one, and that was fine. But yeah, the ones from yesterday, I look at today. And say things dealing with patterns, and it was something else, other things that were like, no, that's that. I'm just gonna value my time and just do the ones that apply to me, like the ones for the lives, the YouTube ones, and the videos, and there were some other ones that were really good. And I think next year I might just do the pack. I always wait till the last minute for that, so next year I'll get the packs. But yes, I enjoyed it because it gets you motivated, but you have to be consistent to do what you need to do with it. And, and that's that. So, okay. Okay. So I'm going to sign off now, but I thank you all for joining me today. Stay tuned for some of the things that are coming up that I'll be sharing with you all. And have a great weekend. Be creative, and depending on where you are, stay cool and be safe. Bye.